Elk, also known as wapiti, is a species of deer that is native to North America and Eastern Asia. They are one of the largest species of deer, with males, bulls, weighing up to 700 pounds and standing up to 5 feet tall at the shoulder. Females, cows, are slightly smaller, weighing around 500 pounds. Elk are herbivores and primarily feed on grasses, leaves, bark, and twigs. During their breeding season, also known as the rut, male elk compete for females by bugling, displaying their antlers, and engaging in physical combat with other males. Elk are important ecologically as they play a role in shaping and maintaining their habitats through their feeding habits and movement patterns. They are also a popular game animal for hunters and are managed through regulated hunting programs in many areas. Here are some interesting facts about the life of elk. Number 1. Lifespan. Elk typically live for 10-13 years in the wild, but can live up to 20 years in captivity. Number 2. Migration. Some elk populations migrate seasonally between their summer and winter ranges. For example, elk in Yellowstone National Park migrate from their summer range in the high mountains to their winter range in the valleys. Number 3. Antlers. Male elk grow antlers every year, which they shed in the winter and regrow in the spring. Antlers can weigh up to 40 pounds and are used in competition with other males during the breeding season. Number 4. Social structure. Elk are social animals and live in herds. Bulls live alone or in small groups outside of the breeding season, but join the herds during the rut. Number 5. Reproduction. Female elk, or cows, give birth to a single calf in the spring after a gestation period of 8-9 months. The calf is able to stand and walk within an hour of being born and will stay with its mother for a year or more. Number 6. Predators. Elk have several natural predators, including wolves, bears, and mountain lions. They use their speed and agility to evade these predators. Number 7. Communication. Elk communicate using a variety of vocalizations, including bugling by males during the rut, as well as grunts and mews. Number 8. Diet. Elk are herbivores and primarily feed on grasses, shrubs, and leaves. They have a 4-chambered stomach that allows them to digest tough plant material. Number 9. Adaptations. Elk have several physical adaptations that help them survive in their environments, including a keen sense of hearing and smell, as well as long legs that allow them to navigate through rough terrain. Like all animals, elk face biological challenges that affect their survival and reproduction. Here are some of the key biological challenges that elk face. Number 1. Predation. As mentioned earlier, elk have several natural predators, including wolves, bears, and mountain lions. Predation can have a significant impact on elk populations, particularly when predator populations are high or elk habitats are fragmented. Number 2. Disease. Elk are susceptible to a variety of diseases, including chronic wasting disease, which is a fatal neurological disease that affects members of the deer family. Disease outbreaks can have a significant impact on elk populations, particularly in areas where elk are concentrated. Number 3. Competition. Elk may compete with other species, such as deer or bison, for food and habitat resources. This can limit the availability of resources for elk and affect their population size and distribution. Number 4. Climate change. Climate change can affect elk in a number of ways, including changes in temperature, precipitation patterns, and vegetation growth. These changes can affect elk habitat and food availability, as well as the timing of breeding and migration. Number 5. Human impacts. Elk are also affected by human impacts such as habitat loss, fragmentation, and degradation, as well as hunting and other forms of human disturbance. These impacts can affect elk behavior, reproductive success, and survival. Number 6. Genetic variability. Elk populations that are small or isolated may have reduced genetic variability, which can affect their ability to adapt to changing environments and cope with disease or other challenges. Maintaining genetic diversity is important for the long-term health of elk populations.